Some people inherit fame, others manufacture it with relentless strategy. Kim Kardashian stepped into the spotlight not through a traditional artistic gateway, but through attention that never slept. From the very beginning, visibility became her first currency. Every appearance was measured, every image calculated, every silence questioned. The world saw spectacle before it allowed seriousness. Controversy framed her story before credibility could enter the conversation. Judgment arrived faster than patience ever could. She learned that fame did not come with safety, it came with exposure. Criticism hardened her before respect learned her name. Survival meant learning how to control narrative before it swallowed her entirely. Growth demanded public proof before private peace. Every move required justification long before it received understanding. Strategy became instinct, and instinct became discipline. Each step forward demanded thicker skin than the last. Visibility doesn't guarantee acceptance. Kim's face became global before her effort ever became visible. Millions recognized her without recognizing the labor behind the spotlight. Every achievement was questioned for motive before it was acknowledged for impact. Success was often dismissed as manipulation instead of method. Approval came briefly, doubt followed permanently. Praise whispered while mockery echoed loudly. She learned to move forward while being distrusted in motion. Even victories felt provisional. Standing tall became routine where being believed felt rare. The louder the world became, the slower understanding arrived. Being seen became effortless. Being taken seriously became the real battle. Recognition grew faster than respect ever could. Understanding arrived slowly through years of resistance. When image becomes identity, escape becomes difficult. Kim transformed into a symbol long before she could remain simply human. Beauty stopped being choice and turned into expectation. Perfection stopped being expression and became obligation. Aging felt like threat instead of nature. Every reflection carried pressure. Every physical change became public discussion. Privacy thinned with every transformation. The demand to remain flawless followed her everywhere. Peace struggled to find space inside constant evaluation. Expression slowly turned into performance. The image stopped representing freedom and started representing survival. The mirror became less about self and more about standards. Self-worth had to be rebuilt outside reflection. Identity kept fighting the version sold to the public. Success built on visibility demands continuous sacrifice. Kim built her empire through relentless presence and tireless reinvention. Disappearing even briefly felt dangerous. Rest began to look like risk. Every new venture demanded fresh proof before it earned trust. Authority arrived slowly after years of dismissal. Power was achieved under continuous observation rather than open acceptance. Deals brought scrutiny before opportunity. Legitimacy had to be rebuilt in every new industry she entered. Growth demanded defense before celebration. Success did not arrive as protection, it arrived as heavier responsibility under brighter lights. Momentum replaced comfort as routine. Stability arrived cautiously behind constant expansion. Being surrounded by millions doesn't eliminate isolation. Kim lived inside a world that was loud on the outside and guarded on the inside. Trust became selective. Relationships carried the weight of exposure. Silence rarely felt safe. Stability felt temporary. Vulnerability felt dangerous. Emotional space felt limited by public attention. Even quiet moments came with interpretation. Strength became routine instead of release. The personal world stayed hidden behind constant visibility. The louder the global presence grew, the more carefully the inner world had to be protected. Privacy became protection instead of comfort. Emotional distance became part of survival. Pressure forged him before comfort ever reached him. Virat Kohli entered international cricket with raw hunger and visible intensity. His talent reached global attention before emotional balance could fully develop. Every mistake unfolded in front of millions. Passion earned both applause and scrutiny. Aggression built reputation and controversy together. Confidence was misread as arrogance long before it was recognized as belief. The world demanded maturity faster than time could provide it. failures echoed louder than early success. Growth happened under constant surveillance. The field became opportunity and trial at the same time. Experience arrived through criticism as much as coaching. Learning happened under spotlight instead of shelter. Leadership multiplies pressure faster than responsibility. As captain, Virat carried not only a team, but the emotional weight of a nation. Victory brought worship. Defeat brought outrage. Strategy became public argument. Emotion became controversy. Silence became weakness. Aggression became media narrative. Control was demanded when instinct wanted fire. Every decision traveled beyond the field into national debate. Leadership meant responsibility without rest. The badge rested on shoulders that never truly relaxed. Authority came with endless accountability. Decision-making became daily mental warfare. Calm had to be forced under emotional storm. Strength doesn't silence inner strain. Virat built one of the strongest physical foundations in modern cricket through discipline and obsession with fitness. Yet mental fatigue lived quietly beneath routine dominance. Expectations never reset with success. Every series reopened the test of worth. Form became public measurement of identity. Rest began to feel like danger. Slowness began to feel like decline. Confidence had to be rebuilt repeatedly. The mind trained as relentlessly as the body. Calm arrived rarely between storms of demand. The internal fight stayed constant even during external dominance. Pressure followed consistency instead of rewarding it. Mental recovery became as important as physical rest. In cricket, love and hate travel on the same road. Virat faced devotion from millions and rage from the same crowd. One poor performance flipped admiration into doubt overnight. Loyalty lived close to judgment. Cheers turned into criticism without warning. Results defined morality in public view. Effort mattered only when victory followed it. The player lived inside emotional fluctuation. Applause gave no long-term protection. Public affection remained unstable and unpredictable. Crowd memory stayed short during failure. Support often depended entirely on scoreboards. Reaching the top doesn't silence the fear of falling. Virat carried hunger even after records, wealth, and legendary status arrived. Comfort attempted to soften the edge that once defined him. Motivation had to be forced through discipline. Doubt entered quietly through form slumps. Critics waited patiently for decline. Legacy competed with daily pressure. The struggle shifted from proving talent to defending relevance. Staying driven became a choice instead of instinct. The climb never truly ended, it simply changed shape. Achievement demanded renewal instead of rest. The fear of slipping stayed quietly alive.